Hey guys, welcome to my channel and I'm back again with another really interesting video guys. Today we are going to solve a SQL question in Leetcode, which is question number 183, customers who never order. And guys, in this question we are going to learn a very important performance related concept of SQL, which is join clause versus the in clause. So yes, join versus in. We are going to learn a really important concept of that. So without taking any time further, let's get started with the problem statement. So first of all guys, the problem statement states that we have got a table called as customers, and you can see the customers look like that. It has got a column name ID and it has got a column name. So basically customer ID and customer name, and ID is the column with the unique value, so it's a primary key, and each row of this table indicates the ID and name of customer. And then we have got a second table which has got again two columns, ID and customer ID, and both are of type integer, and ID is the column with the unique values, and this is basically like an order ID, and then customer ID is the foreign key of the ID of the customers table, and this basically indicates that this is the ID of the order and the ID of the customer who ordered it. We want to write a solution to find all the customers who actually never order anything. We can return the result in any order, and the result format is in the following example. So you can see that the first input that we are given is a customers table. You have got 4 customers. Then you have got an orders table where you have got 2 orders. Only customer ID 3 and 1 have ordered anything. In the output, we see that we return a column which is called as customers, and you have to actually return the name of the customers who did not order anything. So it has to be Henry and it has to be Max, right? Because customer number 2 and customer number 4 did not order anything. Okay, and this is our question guys. There are no constraints because this is basically an SQL question. But let's look into the companies that have actually asked this question. So guys, if I click into the companies, you can see that this has been asked in some major companies like Bloomberg, Google, Meta, Amazon, Deloitte, Microsoft. So this is a very good SQL related question because it actually makes you understand the database concepts. So let's look into the solution part of it. So guys, basically we can see that the solution is actually a little bit straightforward because we know that what you are basically asking is the customer name who has never ordered anything, right? So we can use a in clause or a join clause to actually solve this problem. Let's first look into the in clause, which is very easy to comprehend. Okay, so what happens here is that we write a query which looks a little bit like this. So select name, because we have to select the customer name, as customers. Why are we using as customers? Because we have to name the column as customers. So select name as customers from customers table. Where ID is not in, select customer ID from order. So it's very simple that you select the name of those customers from the customers table whose customer ID or whose ID is not present as a customer ID in the orders table. So very easy to understand. Let's run this code. Let's see if this actually works. You can see that it is accepted for one case, and I'm pretty sure this is going to get accepted for all the other cases as well. So you can see it works pretty well, right? But this is not the only solution that we can do. We can also do a left join, and then we can find out the customers who actually never ordered anything, and that query looks a little bit like this. So yes guys, you can see that this query actually uses a left join. So again, the same thing, it is also selecting name as customers, which is the same as the previous query, and it is doing a select name as customers from customers table, obviously left join the orders table, where customers.id is equals to the orders.customer ID. I'll just open the description for you to show. So customers.id, this column is equals to the orders.customer ID, which is this table, which is this column, and this is just gonna do the join part, right? The left join part. but we want to find out only those customers which never ordered anything. So the customers who actually never ordered anything, if we do the left join, it is going to have everything on the left side. That means the whole customers table will be populated, but on the orders table only those orders will be populated which actually ordered something, right? So for those orders, no customer ordered anything. For those orders, the orders.customer id is going to be null, right? Because for those orders there was no customer id. So if we are doing the left join, for those orders the customer id will be null, but the customer will be present. There will be no order present, right? So the orders.customer id is going to be null. So that is how we do this where clause. Now let's run this code. Let's see if this works for us. And actually this also works really well. Okay, but although here it doesn't show like a significant difference between the performance, and I can say to you that the join clause actually works much better than the in clause. What happens in the in clause, guys? Then in case of the in clause, so when you are doing select name from customer where order id not in some table, you actually are scanning the entire table. So when you do this, right, not in select customer id from orders, right? So select customer id from orders is actually selecting all the orders, and then it is scanning this entire table to find out the customers whose id was not in. So let's say if your orders has got like billions of records, in this small subquery you have selected all those billions of records to find out the customers whose value was not in those billion records, right? But if you look into the join query, what happens is that you have already done a left join on orders. If you are doing a left join on orders, you are not selecting the orders whose customer IDs are not present, right? You have already not selected those orders whose customer ID does not match it, right? So in that situation, you are actually not scanning the entire table. You are only scanning the table which does not have that join clause actually selected. So you're not actually scanning the entire table. So that way, the performance wise, this works a little bit better. Obviously, in this situation, the orders table will always have a customer ID that will be present in the customers table. But let's say the orders table had got customer IDs from multiple different sources, and you want to join it with a singular table which does not have that, then it will be better performant. Okay. So in my case, I would definitely recommend it if you have got a situation where either you can use the in clause to find out the records which are present or not present, or you can use the join clause. I would recommend you guys to use the join clause because the number of rows that are scanned with the join clause are lesser than the entire table being scanned, which usually happens in the in clause. Okay. So that was a video, guys. That was the solution, multiple different solutions that we can discuss, and obviously we also saw that the summations are successful as well. If you guys like this video, guys, then please do not forget to like this video and share this video with your friends. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, feedback for me, please do write down in the comment section below. And in the end, guys, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon for future notifications of more such programming and coding related videos. I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Until then, take care and bye bye.